What if the secrets of the universe aren't locked in textbook but etched into the ancient stone, hidden in plain sight, waiting for us to notice? Imagine walking through a temple thousands of years old, feeling its silent weight pressing down on you, its columns and corridors whispering of something larger, something eternal. To most, it's just architecture, but to those who look deeper, these temples are not mere buildings, they are cosmic blueprints, sophisticated instruments that encode the very patterns of existence. This is the world of sacred geometry. The universe most elegant language where spirals, ratios, and symmetry reveal a harmony so profound it can shatter the way you see reality. Think of a spiral. Simple, right? But look closer. Spirals are everywhere, hidden in the curve of seashells, the unfurling of a fan, the dance of galaxies, even the double helix of your DNA. Behind this shape is a secret, the Fibonacci sequence, where each number is the sum of the two before it. From this sequence emerges the golden ratio, a number so mysterious that it has been called the divine proportion. Sunflowers arrange their seeds according to it. Hurricanes coil in its embrace. Even the human body follows its rhythm. Ancient builders saw this not as coincidence but as cosmic truth. They embedded it into their temples, ensuring that every column, every facade, every angle resonated with the same order that shapes stars and cells alike. Stand before the Parthenon in Greece or the pyramids of Egypt, and you don't just see stone, you see a frozen song of mathematics, a resonance that bypasses thought and speaks directly to the soul. Now step inside one of these temples. The air feels different, charged, as through the walls themselves are humming with hidden knowledge. This is no accident. The Great Pyramid of Giza, for example, aligns almost perfectly to true north, an achievement that still puzzles modern engineers. Some say its proportions encode the earth dimensions. Others see reflection of celestial cycles written into its stones. Travel to Cambodia and you encounter Angkor Wat, where temple towers rise not only toward heaven but in perfect synchronization with the movement of the stars. At these solstices and equinoxes, sunlight aligns with these towers in breathtaking displays of cosmic order. These aren't just sacred spaces, they are cosmic compasses aligning human beings with forces beyond themselves. To walk these corridors was to step into the universe itself, to live inside a living map of heaven and earth. And then there are the symbols across civilizations, across oceans, across centuries. The same motifs emerge: the flower of life, the seed of life, Metatron's cube. At first glance, they are simple patterns of circles and lines, but look closer and they unfold into the very architecture of reality. The flower of life, with its interlocking circles, represents unity and infinite potential. It's been found carved into Egyptian temples, painted in medieval churches, and echoed in sacred art worldwide. The seed of life represents creation itself, the birth of all from one. Metatron's cube contains within it the platonic solids, the geometric foundation stones of the physical universe. How is it that cultures, worlds apart, arrive at the same designs? Maybe because these aren't invention at all. They are discoveries, glimpses into a truth that underlies all of existence, a geometry that transcends culture and time, connecting us all to something far greater. Sacred geometry doesn't just live in ruins. Look at the stained glass windows of Gothic cathedrals, where light is bent into mandala like symmetry, pulling the mind into awe and stillness. Look at Hindu yantras, geometric diagrams designed for meditation, guiding the seeker to union within the divine. Look at the Islamic tile work, where infinite repeating patterns reflect the boundless nature of God. These designs are not just decoration, they are technologies of the spirit, tools to shape consciousness, to guide awareness, to remind us of the order we carry inside ourselves. They are proof that beauty is not just aesthetic, it is mathematical, spiritual, cosmic. And here's the most astonishing part, you can feel it. Step into a temple constructed on these principles, and you might notice a strange calm, as if the building itself is tuned to the frequency of your soul. The symmetry, the ratios, the alignments, they don't just impress your eyes, they resonate with your being. Some call it transcendence, others resonance, but it is undeniable. Sacred geometry awakens something deep within us. Even today, pause and observe. Look at the pincone's spiral or snowflake symmetry, the hexagons of a beehive, or the arcs of a cathedral dome. You may feel it too, that flicker of recognition, as if the universe is whispering, you belong to this pattern, you are part of its design. So, what does this reveal? It tells us that the ancients were not merely builders or artists, they are visionaries, encoding truths into stone that we are only beginning to rediscover. Sacred geometry teaches us that life is not random. The universe has a structure. There is an order beneath the apparent chaos. To align with this order is to align with the divine itself. Temples, then, are not just places of worship, they are bridges between worlds, harmonizing human life with the cosmos, reminding us of our place in the great design. So, the next time you gaze at a temple or notice a spiral in nature or even trace a symbol on paper, remember you are seeing the same patterns that shape galaxies, seashells, and your very heartbeat. Forget everything you thought you knew about ancient architecture. These sacred sites are not just stone in symmetry, they are cosmic calculators, blueprints of reality itself, hidden in plain sight, patiently waiting for us to look again. And when we do, we may finally realize that sacred geometry is not about temples or symbols, it's about us, about the universe, and about the timeless harmony that binds them as one. And as always, thank you for watching. It's Beyond Belief.